guys, it's Kirsty Cats and Camera, and today I'm doing my June TBR. So, as I'm sure you're all aware, June is Pride Month, so of course I had to make a TBR with all of the LGBTQIA+ content that we need. So yeah, let's get into it. I've got quite a few books here. Of course, starting with the L in LGBTQIA, I have The Miseducation of Cameron Post by Emily M. Danforth. This one I feel like a lot of people have read. Check out them sides. But yeah, this is about a girl in a farm area type thing, and then I think there's a whole religious correction camp kind of vibe going on. I actually don't know much about this book, even though it's been turned into a film and everyone's read it, but I'm definitely looking forward to this. I've wanted to read this for a long ass time, so I'm finally getting there next month. So for the G, I am reading Here's to You, Zeb Pike by Joanna Parkhurst. I actually read the companion / second book to this first. It's a companion, so it doesn't matter if you read it, but I really enjoyed that, so I'm definitely looking forward to this one. It's following one of the same characters. Dusty is shipped off to his auntie and uncles that he's never met with his siblings, and it's just a high school. He's going through stuff, he's going through being gay. He likes one of the hockey guys, but he's pretty sure that he's not gay. He feels like his siblings don't need him anymore because they're growing up. And yeah, like I said, I really enjoyed the first one. No, I really enjoyed the second one, the companion, and this is the first one, so yeah. For the B, well actually the B and the P, I have Stag's Run, which is the first book in the Breakers trilogy by Zaya Feli. I don't know much about the rep in here, but I'm pretty sure it has bisexual and pansexual characters in here. I mentioned the second book of this in my haul that I just did a few days ago, so I figure I should probably actually start on the series now that I've got the second book as well. So this is about a guy who's the bastard son of the queen, and then the king and his stepbrother get murdered and people think it's him, so he goes on the run, and that's pretty much all I know, so we shall see what it's like. But the cover is amazing. That's literally why I picked this up. It was free on Kindle, and that was why I got it, because it's got a stag on. I like stags on books, okay? You can draw me in with that. For T, I have a book that I've put on 1,000 million different TBRs, and I'm finally going to read it. Honestly, I don't know why I haven't yet, and that is Mick and Michelle by Nina Rosing. I really enjoyed both of the other Nina Rosing books that I've read. Like I said, I've put this on so many TBRs, but for some reason I just never get to it. It's a small book, so I always think, oh yeah, I'll read that later, and then it's just never happened. But it's definitely going to happen in June, okay? And I feel like I'm going to enjoy it because I do really like Nina Rosing. So this is about a trans girl, Michelle, who is obviously wanting to be open about that, and her body is changing a lot and she needs to become herself before it changes more, and it's all about being the golden child and her parents and her grandparents loving her and her being the golden boy, but obviously she's not a boy. And yeah, I just think this is going to be good because Nina Rosing is good. For Q, I've gone with Once Upon a Rainbow Volume 3. This has got loads of different people. It's a short story collection, which I thought was pretty fitting for the Q because all the different stories have all the different rep in there. And yeah, it's just like LGBT plus retellings of fairy tales and stuff. I'm not a massive fan of short stories, but sometimes they can be decent if I enjoy them, so hopefully this will be one that I enjoy. From the titles, I'm not sure about all of the stories, but there's definitely like a Cinderella one in there, there's a Hansel and Gretel, there's a Red Riding Hood, and yeah, there's just 7 stories in here, so hopefully they're all decent. For I have Golden Boy by Abigail Tartlin. I've had this for so long and I don't know why I haven't read it yet, so I finally am like, you know what, this is getting read, let's do it. I feel like this is going to be great. A lot of people love this book, so why wouldn't it be? I know this is about a boy who's kind of had like a normal life his whole life, and then at some teenage age he finds out that he's intersex, and that's pretty much all I know about this book, but it's always got good reviews, so I'm looking forward to finally getting there. For A, I have How to Be a Normal Person by TJ Klune. This is about a guy who owns a coffee shop, I think. And you know, he's pretty cool, he's got all these weird and wonderful friends and stuff. And then he meets an asexual hipster stoner guy, and it's just, it sounds great. I've been wanting to read TJ Klune for ages. I finally got one of his books, so this is the perfect time to get started on there. Along with all those individual letters, I also have a few more books here. And if I get through these, I have a lot more to choose from. But just for a few more, first I have Alpha Wave by Andrew Demkak. I read the first book in this, A Little Bit Langston. It's a sci-fi, it's really fun. It's got sort of X-Men vibes-ish because the people find out they have powers and then go to this place, and, you know, sci-fi because alien-y type stuff. And in the first book there was gay characters and a bisexual girl, and I think this one follows a different girl, and she's either bi or lesbian because I'm pretty sure she gets with the other girl and then the boys are in it again. So yeah, all the fun rep, all the sci-fi rep, let's go. Another book that's a bit sci-fi, you know, I thought I should add some stuff in here that's not contemporary, and that is The Fever King by Victoria Lee. I figure I should probably read this because it's a 2019 release. I've actually bought a 2019 release, so I should probably read it in 2019. And yeah, this is sci-fi. It's a guy who gets powers because he's the only survivor in this thing that happens, and then the government are after him because they want to use him as a weapon. All that business. Hopefully it's good. I know there's some sort of LGBT something in here, but I'm not exactly 100% sure. But the main character's a boy, so it's probably either gay, bi or pan, I guess. Also, because it's Pride Month, I figure I should probably read some gay classics because, you know, that's where all this got started. If these sort of books weren't released back in the day, we wouldn't have so much choice nowadays. So I have two of these. First up, I have Obeyed by Kenneth Martin. This was first released in 1957. The author was only 16 when he wrote this, so being 16, being the 50s, being a book about being gay, and it was released, that's pretty darn important. So this is about a boy that's just left school and he meets a young medical student, and gayness. I've heard it's not the best written because the author was 16, but I feel like it's something that should be read and should be enjoyed just because of the fact that it was a pioneer, really. And the other one is Middle Ground by Ursula Zelinsky. This one was released first in 1968. And this is basically a gay love story that happens in the Nazi concentration camp between a Jewish guy and another guy from the African Corps. And one of the little sentences on the back says it has a positive view of homosexuality, so I feel like that's really great. Again, when it was put out, the fact that it's set in the Nazi concentration camp, I feel like this could be a really good book. So yeah, there we go, that is my June TBR. I want to get through all of this. Most of the time when I have massive TBRs I say, oh, I want to read as much as I can, but let's gun for all of these. So yeah, let me know what you're reading in June, or if you've read any of these books, let me know down below what you thought about them, or if I've mentioned something you never heard of, let me know. If this is your first video by me, you enjoy it, then please check out some of my others, and if you continue to enjoy them, then please subscribe, that'd be awesome. Anyway guys, I will see you in a few days with another video. Bye. Hello.